Throughout history, the animal kingdom has witnessed countless examples of brutality and cunning. From the silent stalk of a jungle predator to the venomous bite of a desert viper, survival often hinges on the capacity for violence. But humans too possess a dark side. While we often hear about infamous figures like Hitler or Genghis Khan, some of the most dangerous people in history remain in the shadows. In this video, we journey into the annals of history to uncover 10 lesser-known but terrifying figures whose stories are just as chilling. These individuals operated with a chilling blend of power, intelligence, and sheer brutality, leaving behind a trail of fear and suffering. Their motives, though varied, often stemmed from a lust for power, a desire for revenge, or a complete disregard for human life. Stick around until the end. You won't believe the horrors committed by number 1. Our journey begins in 15th century France, a land scarred by war and steeped in religious fervor. Here we encounter Gilles de Rais, a celebrated knight, a companion in arms to Joan of Arc, and a paragon of chivalry. But beneath this shining facade lurked a darkness. After Joan of Arc's execution, de Rais retreated to his castle. He delved into the occult, seeking solace in arcane rituals. Whispers began to circulate of children vanishing. In 1440, de Rais's crimes were brought to light. Found guilty, he met his end on the gallows. From the battlefields of France, we travel to the Carpathian Mountains of Hungary, where a chilling tale of vanity and violence unfolds. Our subject is Elizabeth Bathory, a name whispered with a mixture of fear and fascination for centuries. Born into one of the most powerful noble families in Hungary, Bathory seemed destined for a life of privilege and influence. Married young to a powerful count, she found herself mistress of Kaktish Castle, a sprawling fortress perched atop a hill overlooking the surrounding villages. Obsessed with her fading beauty, she sought ways to preserve her youthful appearance. Rumors spread of bizarre rituals and cruel experiments conducted on young peasant girls who were lured to the castle with promises of work and a better life. When rumors of Bathory's sadistic practices reached the ears of the Hungarian king Matthias II, he ordered a full investigation. The castle, once a symbol of noble power, was transformed into a house of horrors. The sheer scale of the atrocities sent shockwaves throughout Hungary and beyond, cementing Elizabeth Bathory's place in history as the Blood Countess. Before we continue the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to Unik History channel. Our exploration of history's darkest corners now takes us across the Atlantic to the burgeoning cities of early 20th century America. Here, amidst the bustling crowds and the promise of a new world, we encounter a figure of pure, unadulterated malice, Karl Panzram. Unlike many who resort to violence out of desperation or delusion, Panzram seemed to revel in his cruelty. He was a self-proclaimed misanthrope, harboring a deep-seated hatred for humanity, including himself. Born into poverty and subjected to a childhood of abuse and neglect, Panzram's early life was a breeding ground for resentment and anger. He drifted from one petty crime to another, each act of defiance pushing him further down a path of no return. It was upon his release from one such institution that Panzram embarked on a terrifying crime spree that would span several years and multiple continents. Panzram documented his crimes in a chilling autobiography written while he was imprisoned for murder. Basil the Copperhand, terror of the Byzantine Empire. Our journey takes us back in time to the 10th century, to the heart of the Byzantine Empire, a civilization known for its wealth, culture, and ruthless pursuit of power. In this turbulent era, a figure emerges from the shadows, a figure as cunning as he is ruthless. Basil the Copperhand. He was not born into power like the emperors he defied. Instead, he clawed his way up from the depths of society, fueled by a potent mixture of ambition, resentment, and a thirst for vengeance. Basil's story begins not in the gilded halls of Constantinople, but in the untamed wilds of the empire's fringes. He gathered around him a band of outcasts and rebels, men and women who, like him, felt the sting of injustice and yearned for a life free from the oppressive rule of the Byzantine elite. His most striking feature, the one that would forever cement his place in legend, was his prosthetic copper hand. Basil's rebellion, though ultimately crushed by the might of the Byzantine army, left an indelible mark on the empire. Ludwika Targowska, the Silent Eliminator. From the sun-drenched battlefields of the Byzantine Empire, we journey to the opulent courts of 18th century Poland, a land of shifting alliances and simmering political intrigue. Here, amidst the glittering balls and whispered conspiracies, we encounter Ludwika Targowska, a figure shrouded in mystery and whispered about with a mixture of fear and morbid fascination. Unlike the brazen brutality of some of the figures we've encountered, Targowska operated in the shadows, her weapon of choice not the sword or the gun, but the subtle, silent kiss of poison. Born into a noble family, Targowska received an education rarely afforded to women of her time. She possessed a keen intellect, a thirst for knowledge, and a natural aptitude for languages and diplomacy. But beneath this veneer of refinement lay a ruthless ambition and a chilling disregard for human life. Her motives remained shrouded in mystery, lost to the passage of time and the whispers of courtly gossip. H. Holmes, The Devil in the White City. Our journey takes us to late 19th century Chicago, a city of progress and hidden darkness. Amidst the 1893 World's Fair, H. Holmes's depravity shocked the nation. Holmes, a charismatic predator, used charm to lure his victims. He built a 3-story labyrinth with hidden rooms and soundproofed chambers. The World's Fair Hotel was a marvel outside, but a house of horrors inside. Guests, lured by charm, checked in but rarely checked out. Our exploration of history's dark side now takes us south, to the sun-drenched landscapes of early 19th century Mexico, a nation struggling to break free from the shackles of colonial rule. It was a time of great upheaval, of passionate ideals and brutal conflict, where the lines between hero and villain were often blurred. In this turbulent era, Vicente Guerrero emerges as a figure of both admiration and revulsion, a man revered for his role in securing Mexican independence, yet feared for the ruthlessness with which he maintained his grip on power. Born into poverty, Guerrero's early life was marked by hardship and injustice. He witnessed firsthand the brutal realities of Spanish colonial rule, a system that relegated him and his people to the margins of society. Fueled by a burning desire for justice and equality, he joined the growing movement for independence, rising through the ranks to become one of its most prominent leaders. Guerrero was a gifted military strategist and a charismatic leader, inspiring his troops with fiery speeches and unwavering determination. However, as Guerrero's power grew, so too did his ruthlessness. Sher Ali Khan, the assassin who shocked an empire. Our journey now takes us to the Indian subcontinent, a land of vibrant cultures, ancient traditions, and simmering tensions under the weight of British colonial rule. It is here, amidst the grandeur of the British Raj, that we encounter Sher Ali Khan, a figure whose name would forever be etched in the annals of history as a symbol of resistance, albeit one shrouded in controversy. The year is 1872. India, once a tapestry of independent kingdoms and principalities, now finds itself firmly under the control of the British East India Company. The British, with their superior weaponry and ruthless efficiency, have established a vast administrative network, effectively controlling every aspect of Indian life. Resentment towards British rule simmers beneath the surface, occasionally erupting in sporadic acts of defiance. It is against this backdrop of simmering unrest that Sher Ali Khan enters our narrative. Rashid al-Din Watwat, the spy who whispered poison. Our journey takes us to the medieval Islamic world, where Rashid al-Din Watwat thrived in the Seljuk Empire. A scholar, poet, and diplomat, Watwat mastered espionage and political intrigue. His network of spies reached every corner of the empire. Edward Teach, better known as Blackbeard, terror of the high seas. Blackbeard, with his fearsome appearance and reputation for brutality, became the most notorious pirate captain of his era. His thick black beard interwoven with lit fuses symbolized maritime terror. The early 18th century was a golden age for piracy. Blackbeard's name struck fear into sailors and merchants from the Caribbean to colonial America. These individuals may not be as well known as other historical villains, but their stories are just as horrifying. From the blood-soaked castles of medieval Europe to the pirate-infested waters of the Caribbean, their actions serve as a chilling reminder of the capacity for darkness that resides within the human heart. They were driven by a potent cocktail of ambition, greed, madness, and a chilling disregard for human life, leaving behind a trail of misery and destruction that continues to fascinate and horrify us centuries later. Which one shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more historical mysteries and dark tales. Until next time, stay curious, but beware of history's darkest figures.